YOLO, and welcome back to another video. I am going to be rating each shotgun farmer's skin. In a video I made 2 years ago, I did what I am going to do now, but there were less skins before, and now there are more and more for me to rate. I will also be re-rating the ones I did previously. Also, these are my opinions. Anyways, let's continue. The first one we will be rating is the silver shotgun. You can unlock this skin by getting 5,000 kills with the shotgun, but over time it was overshadowed by other and better skins. In my last video that I deleted, I rated it as a 6 out of 10. But now there are other skins that are better, I'll be rating it as a 3 out of 10 because it looks like a shotgun without its texture. And next is the golden shotgun. You can unlock this skin by getting 10,000 kills with the shotgun. In my last video, I said it will be a distracting and bright, but I was somewhat wrong. It depends on lighting in certain maps, and it is not a distraction. All in all, it looks boring, but it is shiny. In my last video I did 2 years ago, I rated it as a 7 out of 10, but it will be downgraded to a 5 out of 10. Up next is the grilled shotgun. To get this, you have to do 30 daily challenges. I said it was my third favorite, but that has changed with other shotgun skins releasing. It slipped away from being my top 3. I love how it looks like you went through hell to do those challenges, and the shotgun's been through it all. In the previous video I rated it as a 9 out of 10, but with other skins coming out, I have to rate it as a 7 out of 10. Next is the candy cob. To unlock this skin, you have to get Hunted Harvest tokens in the Hunted Harvest event in October. I love how the corn is replaced by candy corn, as candy corn is one of my favorite candies. I love how it looks and not much said is there. I am keeping the rating of the previous rating an 8 out of 10. Up next is the cold on the cob. To unlock this, you need to get 2,500 winter event tokens in December. I was super hateful on this skin, but over time it grew on me. I love every detail of it, from the snow and from the ice melting when on fire. It looks like it was stuck in some ice until retrieval, but I wish it had a different name like Frost Cob to make the name shorter. Overall, this is a good skin. In my previous video I gave it a 5 out of 10, but I'll give it an 8 out of 10. A new one on the list is the Peppermint Popper. To get the skin, you need to get 10,000 winter event tokens in December. I love the colors of the skin, but it's just like the silver shotgun, but better. A shotgun skin with a winter all over it, but I'm glad it's not just a shotgun with no texture. I'll be giving it a 6 out of 10 just because there are other skins that overshadow it. Next up is the birthday cob, one of my favorites. It costs 4,000 bucks. If you don't know what Bakbucks are, let me educate you. Bakbucks is the currency that you earn by doing challenges and playing the game. 0 transaction that you can use in the farmer's market. Now back to the video. Although the price is hell for being a rare, it is worth the coins. I love the design, and it's my second favorite skin for shotguns. The cob will have the same rating as before, and it will have a 10 out of 10. Another skin that was in my previous video, the black and white shotgun. It costs 3,500 bucks, which is overpriced for a skin that is so boring. It's just a shotgun, but black and white. It's just so dang boring, and I think there are better choices than this one for being boring. I'll have to give it a 4 out of 10. Up next is the Choco Cob. It costs 3,500 bucks. Its rarity is an epic, which is unnecessary for a skin that has some color changes and a bow, while the birthday cob has more to it than this skin. The corn is replaced with chocolate corn, and it reminds me of those heart-shaped boxes with chocolate inside them. In my previous video, I give it an 8 out of 10. I don't know why I did, so I am giving it a 7 out of 10. Up next is my third favorite, the Cob of Loving. It costs 3,000 bucks, and it looks better than the Choco Cob. I love the detail of caramel corn as the bullets, but over time there were better shotgun skins released, but that won't stop it from being my favorite. In my previous video I gave it a 9 out of 10, but here I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Next is the Purple Maze, one of my first shotgun skins that I got. It cost 3,500 bucks. I was pretty harsh on the skin in my previous rating video, but over time it grew on me. It is a good skin for someone who wants to get a shotgun skin, and this skin is a good starter for shotgun skin collectors like me. But it's still boring. In my last video I gave it a 4 out of 10, but I'll give it a 5 out of 10. Next up is the Astro Cobb. To get this skin you need to get to tier 24 in season 2, which you can go back and do. I love this skin. I love how futuristic it is, and overall it is a good skin, and I love when you're low on ammo, it shows the corn losing its corn in a pixel-like way. And I believe it's the only skin that shows you how many shots you have left with a number. I gave it a 7 out of 10 last time, but I'll give it a 8 out of 10. Up next is the Atomic Gun, and I still hate this skin. To get this skin you need to get to tier 9 in the Cattle Pass in season 1. I still hate this skin because it looks stupid, and I still hate the eyeball and how plain the corn is. My rating for this skin will stay the same at a 6 out of 10. Moving on. Next is the Galaxy Shotgun. To get this skin you need to be on tier 34 in the season 2 Cattle Pass. In my last rating video, I said the skin was like the silver shotgun but with Galaxy, but the skin is more cooler than the silver shotgun skin. I was just being a hater towards the skin for no reason. I gave it a 6 out of 10, but I'll be giving it a 7 out of 10. Up next is the Molten Cobb, and it costs 3,500 bucks. I really love this skin. I love how it looks and that the lava moves and glows, and it's a really good skin. It looks like it was ripped out from the volcano from Oceanside, and I will be giving it a 9 out of 10. Dear God, this has to be one of the worst shotgun skins. Next up is the Festive Cobb. To get this skin, you need to be on tier 50 on the Season 3 Cattle Pass. This skin is the definition of pure laziness. It is just the default skin with lights wrapped around it. I don't care if it glows up. We should have had a better tier 50 reward than this trash. I'll have to give it a 2 out of 10. The next skin is the Gifted Grand. To get this skin, you need to be on tier 25 in the Season 3 Cattle Pass. I like this skin and how it is wrapped, but at the end of the present, the wrapping paper is blown off because it was used. And I like little details like that, but the other skins just overshadow it. I'll give it a 5 out of 10. Next up is the Plaid Cobb. Give me a moment. Whatever. To get this skin, you need to be at tier 8 in the Season 3 Cattle Pass. I have a love and hate thing for this skin, mainly because it looks meh, but I'm only going to give it a 5 out of 10 because I have some pajama pants like these. Next is the Taxi Cobb, and to get this, you need to be on tier 5 of the Season 4 Cattle Pass. It's an okay for me, but I love the taxi scheme. It's one of my favorite scheme. And overall, it's an okay skin to get. I will give it a 6 out of 10 because it's just better than the ones I rated lower. Now moving on to the last one. And last, we have the Cobbin Roll. My now number 1 favorite skin. And to get this skin, you need to buy the DLC support pack, which costs $4.99. I love how it looks like a guitar. I also love how each shot you do, it makes a tune, and it's the theme song of the game. I'll be giving it a 10 out of 10. And that is rating every shotgun skin in the game for now. I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.